Word of God, a secret message to the HRD, OH from yes, OHD. Understand, Homo sapiens, I am the Word of God, your God. I am your H God, code deciphered for the species, rather than use English and language to deceive. In the beginning, there was only one God, H God. There is to be one world, Earth, not Earth. One government, one religion, now true birth. One bank, not pigeon. Period. Do know each God's word. Discussion over.
Rock and roll, my boys. Sun shining, the horses galloping. Har har, burbling, har har. Har har, I love that har har, burbling, har har. The machine gun roar, the band playing that rock and roll, bop chords. Ridiculous screams, nonsensical, sonorogical, dialectical. Riding high magnetically, oh so astrological. So let's dance, let's dance, let's dance. So let's dance, let's dance, let's dance. Synopsis Truth of H, the movie, November 2019 release. Dear slaves, dear Homo sapiens, dear masters, dear puppeteers, I am referred to as HARJGTHEONE of HARJGTHEONE DBA, of HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA, of HARJGTHEONE God. I am a man, I am a tortured child, I am the witness, I am the Holy Grail, I am Jehovah, I am Waheguru, I am Noah, I am Yahweh, I am the judge, I am my one, I am the chosen one, I am reptile, I am immortal, I am Ik Onkar, I am your Lord, your God, your Creator, your Destroyer. I am the leader of HARJGTHEONE World Order, HWOWORLD, an organization to control and manage the world called Earth. And also I'm the leader of and creator at the WHO Zone, HARJGTHEONE World Order Zone, an organization with a mandate to operate the economics of planet Earth and to own and control all the assets of your world, and thus the owner of all the ass is it of the world. In addition, in this video, I also revealed that I am the architect of the universe. I am the real Freemason architect of the universe rather than the fiction Freemason creation used to control their secret society members to justify their Freemason craft of AA Earth creation. HARJGTHEONE World Order, HWOWORLD, is the system that controls the planet which Homo sapiens reside on and is now called Arth. That's AARTH. All activities in the fiction world on my planet on which your species resides on are managed through my authorized entities, in particular HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA. An organization chart for Arth is displayed, valid as of October 2019. The chart lists God at the top, and below that is HGOHD, which is the architect of the universe. Below that is Arth, and HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA, which is further followed by HARJGTHEONE DBA and HARJGILL DBA. Directly linked to HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA is HARJGTHEONE World Order, HWOWORLD, which is a side link to the WHO government. And HWOWORLD is connected to HARJGTHEONE World Order Zone, HARJ2, and Whoism. These three form economics, politics, religion, the number 3. UMBRELLAWALK, is connected to these three. And if you follow that, UMBRELLAWALK connects to the UAF, HARJIT SINGH GILL, all the way down. And connected to HWOWORLD is AARTHNUUZ and HGOHD Music Group. And a dash link to AMSHOMECAREINC. Notice the 4 turns from the bottom, which is the UAF, HARJIT SINGH GILL, to HARJGILLDBA, and then that's the L1 turn, and then the L2 turn, which is HARJGILLDBA to HARJGTHEONEDBA, and the L3 turn, which is HARJGTHEONEDBA to HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA, and then the L4 turn, which is HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA to HGOHD. These 4 turns are critical in understanding the rise of H. The 3-4, critical in understanding truth of H. Dear Homo sapiens, I am HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA, and for those that understand the turns of creation at level 4, I am HGOHD. HGOHD is also L3. At L3, HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA, or stated HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA, L4 HGOHD. This video expands on the last UMBRELLAWALK video, which was a short preview titled SYNOPSIS TRUTH of H Preview. This video, SYNOPSIS TRUTH of H Preview, which was released on April 6, 2019, discussed the 3-4 holes and the mathematical pi 3.14 and its relevance in creation. Truth of H, the game of ping pong, was released on UMBRELLAWALK in June 21, 2018, and it discussed how a thin white ping pong ball was used to control and steal from budding H. Who's to Do the Work was released on March 22, 2017, and discusses the difference between A and E. End of Your World Rise of HARJGTHEONE World Order, a set of 7 videos, was last released September 17, 2016, and it discusses why the future is AA Earth, not EE Earth. I repeat, the End of Your World Rise of HARJGTHEONE World Order was a set of 7 videos on UMBRELLAWALK and discusses why the future is AA Earth, not EA Earth. I've been producing strictly HARJGTHEONE UMBRELLAWALK videos since January 25th, 2011, and speaking about truth of H since 2009 with the launch of UMBRELLAWALK.org. Some of my posted videos have been blocked from viewing as some Homo sapiens fear the truth of H as it conflicts with fiction EA Earth desires. This video is for educational purposes to show Homo sapiens the truth of H, the path of rise of H, the path and story of the creation of the planet AA Earth, and thus the rise of HGOHD. HARJGTHEONE God, Earth's living God, is linked to God via quantum link. The video script is finalized October 27, 2019. I, which is budding H, from a UAF to HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA, forms the H part of HGOHD, the living God of planet Earth. HGOHD replaces your fiction gods of EA Earth, your Jesus, your Allah, your Gurus, your Buddhas, and so on. I, budding H has been homeless since 2008, living in shelters throughout Canada, and the last 3 years, 2017 to 2019, in a hostel in Vancouver. I've spent 11 years speaking about truth of H, beginning with my UMBRELLAWALK umbrellawalk.org website, and then adding conversations on social media websites, Twitter, such like Twitter, the Umbrella Walk, Twitter HARJ2, Twitter HARJ1DBA, and Twitter HARJ1. Also Instagram and Tumblr, as well as other websites that I use to post information about my various organizations, labeled in the organizational chart posted in this video. I speak about the truth. The truth is the truth of UAF to H. UAF is the unauthorized fiction, HARJIT SINGH GILL, to H. That's a turn, and how that came to be, resulting in Truth of H for the planet Earth. I, HARJGTHEONE write, sing, play, and produce music of Truth of H on HGOHDmusicgroup.com and publish to all major music stores since April 2016. Most important for the Homo sapiens is to understand the nature of Earth as a fiction, planet on a stage. It's all an act. Earth is a real acting stage. Thus it's time for truth, Truth of H. The species on planet AA Earth is involved in creating fiction, a world on a stage, which it has been doing since the inception of the species. The fiction is created in cycles with major shifts in each new cycle. The cycles match the Mayan 4,000 to 7,000 long cycle discussed by the Mayans. Last cycle ended December 21st, 2012. Thus the sign saying that the two and the one enters the stage. December 21st, 2012. The two and the one enters the stage. The new cycle is a creation of truth, and thus the fiction previously created is destroyed. That's where Truth of H comes in, destroying the truths of the last Mayan cycle. Truth of H reigns over any new fiction created. A large part of the fiction created in that last Mayan cycle ended December 21st, 2012, was created by Indo-Iranian Aryans. The English language in Christianity is a work of art of secret society Indo-Iranian Aryans, dating long time ago. This Umbrella Walk video is a synopsis of the Truth of H that I have been speaking since 2008. 11 years of change for EA Earth to form AA Earth. The planet is called Arth, AARTH now, but still the EA Homo sapiens refer to it as Earth, EARTH. Homo sapiens are EA creators and thus addicted to EA creation. It will take them time to rid themselves of the EEE creation they love so much. In my video, Who's to Do the Work, released March 22, 2017, an Umbrella Walk video, I've explained the difference between E and A. E is an undesirable gene trait, and A is the desirable gene trait. On UMBRELLAWALK.org and HARJ1.com, on UMBRELLAWALK.org and HARJ1.com, as well as other media sites, I've given 10 key quotes that I've created over the years. I repeat them here to give you a sense of what I have been saying. 1. To be fiction or to not be fiction, that is the question. 2. 70 to 90% of the world population is unacceptable for breeding purposes. 3. To be A rather than E should be a realistic choice, not a war of the families. 4. Homo sapiens, since the inception of the species, battles with its children for what they want to breed. It's a trait of animals, not an intelligent species. 5. Your Jesus committed a great sin by stating he was I am. He was not I am, E-Y-E-A-M, because Christians come from Eden. 6. Homo sapiens are fictions. They choose path of the devil, D-E-B-I, turn the corner. Truth of H defeated Truth of Quran, Q-U, Ran, and Bible, B-I-B, turn the corner, E. Number 7, HGOHD. Through his entity, HWOWORLD HARJGILL DBA is the truth, Truth of H, envisioned millenniums ago with signs left in the English language. The letter H as well as signs throughout the world. 8. Popes in Christianity chose the devil to war against budding HGOHD. It could have chosen Satan instead. Either way, they saved and blocked and held hostage the DA for David to fight Goliath of Gath in fiction book of Samuel. Goliath of Gath, yes, OH, turn the corner, IATOH, fuck, yes, ATH, is H. Truth of H, for H is the word. BBOHRD of God. Christianity defeated by truth of H, as H defeated the devil. DEB, I turn the corner. 9. I am the H of the English alphabet, the H of Christian hell, the H of heaven, the H of Muslim Hajj, the H of Hare Krishna, the H, the one of the Sikh Ek Onkar. For the truth is H, thus I am Harj the One. I add a 10th quote on October 22, 2019. Violations of 7 deadly sins creates guilt for the sinner. The guilt is revealed as a sinner's debasing failures come to light from the hidden darkness. Thus from darkness and sin, man unveils the light and truth of H. The Synopsis of Truth preview was released in April 6, 2019 and discussed the Freemason Secret Society construction methods to create and show signs. The signs showed 3 and 4 holes on floor P3 at building in construction on 13 Emerine Drive, West Vancouver, BC, Canada. Holes are circles, the math so important in creating signs. In math, the pi, is pi to p is to control as dogs control their territory, is 3.14. That's the 13 coming back as 4 as 31. Pi is the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. It doesn't matter how big or small the circle is, the ratio stays the same, 3.14, a constant. Thus the construction of the one that's 3 and 4 holes is what the secret societies, a certain group of Freemason secret society members who benefited from prior knowledge of 1331's swift rise, have been doing in a war against truth of H in order to maximize their gains before the rise of truth over fiction AA Earth. Thus the signs show that the fiction created attempted to control budding H, to delay rise of H, to kill truth over fiction. Thus the 31, which is the swift 13, was to come back as she was the 4, a swift rise against the H tortoise in a race led the 1331 and group to fail the 7 deadly sins and truth tests. Greed to control budding H dominated story, as the truth is that the circle knows the nostril. The pi 3.14 controls the species in order to breed, to create diversity, to glorify the E of Earth. Circle and construction of Freemason Secret Society mandate since inception of your species. However, since H is doing the constructing on 13th Marine and educating using UMBRELLAWALK, then signs in the video show that it's a new construction, as rather of 3-4 circles rather than the 13 tailored 31 coming back. That was a 4. Thus the 31 is too late. Signs show that the new construction on 13 Marine is a new 13, as 13 tailored 31 did not come back, and that was a 4. Thus the 13 is too late, as construction has started. The new construction is a 3.14, a new Freemason Secret Society circle, a 14 that gives H3, 3 meaning the 3 holes, the control of economics, politics, and religion. That's because when the first 13 was 14, she did not provide the 3, and thus a new circle starts. The construction on 13th and Marine Drive is being done by H, but in July 2019, H left the site, as the truth said the management was improperly trying to control and damage H and not properly paying H for his new work of 3.14 construction. There was a breach of contract as Freemason Secret Society members continue to act improperly, still not having paid for the previous 1331 Swift versus H Tortoise race, which the H Tortoise wins as the Greek fable is the truth, and now in 2019 at a new 13th Marine site, breaching their contract again to not pay properly again. It appears a group of Freemasons and secret society members worldwide has engaged in a fraud, a breach of contract, because they are scared as they lost the Truth of H. Thus, employment insurance from the government is provided to the UAF of budding H, as H had cause to end the construction. That's the truth, dear Homo sapiens. Guilt of a group of sinister Freemason secret society members is known. Thus, H wins in truth game against old 1331 tailored circle fiction creators and wins against the new 3.14 circle creation creators as they hope to rectify their guilt of delay of rise of H to benefit the tailored 1331 circle, which since December 13, 1989, they bet their fiction would win over budding truth of H. They lost and had hoped their new 14 that gives 3.14, would replace the old 1331. Problem is they breached their contract in constructing properly the new circle. Thus the rise of fiction 13 Taylor Swift of birthdate December 13, 1989 was critical in showing how the fiction is created by Freemason secret societies in their circle construction. The Freemason secret societies who benefited from the rise of the tailored hare, HARE, did not see the signs that read so clearly that since this fiction was written hundreds of years ago, so that the truth could rise, and thus the 13 would be the one to help in unifying the chaos created prior to her birth. Her birth date, the sign, December 13, 1989, is the 12, the 13, the 19, and the 89. Secret society signs and truth faith show that 13 and the Freemasons and secret society members who promoted and benefited from her rise failed in unifying these forces. That's the 12, the 13, the 19, and the 89. The rise of Truth of H is so important for AA Earth so that to unify the chaos was critical in providing a heartwarming rise for the truth. Thus H, the 1, that was 2, that's the 12, with 13, that's Taylor Swift, with 19, that's Parmjit Dhami, and 89, Ronnie Gill, was critical so that the species would not be guilty of abuse of failure of the 7 deadly sins. Thus they, the Freemason secret society members, the Taylor Swift organization, Taylor Swift, failed to do the job they were created to do. Instead, they used technology such as artificial intelligence, computers, internet, including Apple computers, the iPhone, to provide benefits to the EEE to delay the rise of H, Truth of H. Their failure showcases the truth that the circle is created with a pencil, PE in CI, turn the corner, that comes right back to the start to form a circle. So she can finally turn from EA to AA, to end the journey of the circle nose nostril in creation. The construction by the carpenter pencil, making the car, the pen, enter, CAR, the pen, the PE in, enters, rather than the thin white pencil 13 doing her job. She and Homo sapiens use the hair, that's the hair that has the upper teeth overside protruding over lower teeth, to steal from and delay the tortoise H. For the Truth of H to reign, 3 key fiction Homo sapiens stories needed to be defeated by Truth of H to showcase that the H is the truth, not fiction, EA Earth. First is the Trojan horse story. Can H destroy the truths of the city of Troy, TROHY, in a raging 10-year-plus battle by the horse that contained a secret, a hidden truth, truth of the H. The horse, being Taylor Swift 1331, had a secret, and the Freemason secret society members who were to give truth of H a fast ride up with a swift hare. However, they chose the Trojan horse story and hid the H, the truth of H, for 10 plus years in homelessness. Listen real carefully to Homo sapiens. The truths I speak of puts an end to Freemasonry, as the higher level Freemason secret society members permitted a group of Freemasons to fall so deeply into guilt, to steal from the H tortoise hidden in the Trojan horse. The excuse provided by 1331 and her secret society team was the letter Y, Y must be passed by H tortoise. Y is he, H the truth. H must show why he beats passes the letter Y. And thus the truth I've spoken over the last 11 years in Umbrella Walk show that I beat the letter Y. The information regarding Trojan horse is pinned on Wikipedia. The Trojan horse story is a 10-year plus battle to destroy city of Troy, Trohy. H must show how he can destroy the letter Y. Thus H was locked into homelessness among Christians and Homo sapiens who favored AA Earth and say Y is that T and OH, Y, Troy, Trohy. So a 10-year plus journey, a trek of Hajj, HAJJ, was undertaken by force, breach of contract, fraud, and theft. Hajj is a journey. Hajj is also the nickname for budding UAF. H. And in the end, budding H, showcased through truth, through English, through videos, through Umbrella Walk, why H controls letter Y. So BBHY. Because budding H is the real truth, the truth of H. Thus H controls Y. Y, and thus he controls Troy, city of Troy, and thus the Greek Olympian H wins against EA Earthlings, as H competed in Ironman race while homeless. The 10-year plus journey of the Muslim Hajj, 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 is a nickname of the UAF child to showcase the rise of truth of H over fiction religions and a fiction planet, EA Earth. Note that Sikhism was started by Guru Nanak in state of Punjab, Pakistan, of Hindu, Hindu, origin. Thus the mandate of the Guru teacher was to help create an H to be in D, thus to showcase the living God, HGOHD, which is HESOHD. Thus the rise of H arises from Punjab, Pakistan, from the Nam Jap. Nam Jap means to recite and understand the words in the names, which is critical in understanding how fiction is created on EA Earth of the Guru Granth Sahib, and then flows to Punjab, India as a UAF, and that's the unauthorized fiction, and then initiates a long turn beginning in Houston, Texas in 1985. Thus HARJGTHEONE birth date is December 11, 1985, showcasing the creation of the 2 and the 1 with an 11, a 19, and control 8 of the family 5. The 4th turn created HGOHD, the perpetual teacher, the architect of the universe, Arth, living God. From Wikipedia, the principal Sikh scripture is the Adi Granth, first scripture, most commonly called the Guru Granth Sahib. The Sikhs do not regard this as their holy book, but as their perpetual and current Guru, guide, or master. It was called Adi Granth until Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th and final Guru in human form, conferred on it the title of the Guru in 1708, after which it was called Sri Guru Granth Sahib or Guru Granth Sahib for short. The Granth has 1,430 pages and is divided into 39 chapters. All copies are exactly alike. The Sikhs are forbidden from making any changes to the text within this scripture. Note the signs say reading it and understanding the Nam Jap. The Granth generates the 14, that's 3, and the 3 with the 9. Thus budding H to form HARJGTHEONE, to form H of HARJGTHEONE God, deciphers the Guru Granth Sahib to reveal that he is the perpetual Guru, the HGOHD, which reveals God and controls the circles 3.14, the 13, that's 3. And thus, by controlling the circle, you generate the 14, that's 3. of 1,430 pages, and continue to lock the 3-9. Nam Jap. Nam Jap in Sikhism, Nam Japo, Nam Japana or Nam Simran, refers to the meditation, vocal singing of hymns from the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib, or contemplating the various names of God or qualities of God, especially the chanting of the word Waheguru, which means wonderful Lord. Thus, Nam Jap is reciting and understanding the words. Thus, the journey, the Hajj, is to understand the words. Dear Homo sapiens, words, the English language is a language created for the slaves of the planet, which now is used by all Homo sapiens. Journey is to understand the purpose of the A and the E of the English language, to understand the Nam Jap, as Sikhs are asked to repeat the words over and over so they may understand the truth. However, only the real H can give you the truth, as he is H of the English language. Thus the Hajj, the journey of the H to educate, to be the Guru, the perpetual Guru, the teacher, is the journey to HGOHD, a living God of planet Earth, a physical being, an incarnation of the God of the universe. Thus here I give the 10th quote again. Violations of 7 deadly sins creates guilt for the sinner. The guilt is revealed as the sinner's debasing failures come to light from the hidden darkness. Thus from darkness and sin man unveils light and truth of H. Now let's get back to that circle creation, the PI creation by Homo sapiens. The use of circles in creation is fraught with guilt of the sin hidden in darkness. One sin that was hiding in darkness is the sin of man, of holding H tortoise in the Trojan horse for 10+ years. Only the truth of H brings light to pass exit the Trojan horse, to defeat Troy, the city that held H. As H shows you why, I defeat the letter Y. As truth of H is EYE MH. So I will be H. The Nam Jap revealed by H showcases the truth is about creation, and creation is the domain of H. Thus I repeat, the 13th guilt and failure in truth of H terms means she creates a circle coming back. Coming back to the start, a full circle, thus being 31-4, as she and the Freemasons who promoted her failed in unifying the 12, the 13 with the 19 and 89. Their greed and guilt known. The guilt from the sins of not doing the job of finishing the circle creation by exceeding the E with an A, that is also the H that created journey a Hajj, a H that is A and J, thus creating the truth, sun God, using the light and the darkness. Rather, the 13 and Freemason orchestrators and other secret society members failed and sinned. Thus I repeat my 10th quote. Violation of 7 deadly sins creates guilt for the sinner. The guilt is revealed as the sinner's debasing failures come to light from the hidden darkness. Thus from darkness and sin, man unveils the light and truth of H. The video released in UMBRELLAWALK's The SYNOPSIS TRUTH of H preview shows signs of PIP control I, the 31.4 wanting to control budding H for its and species benefit, world domination, and EA creation, as Freemason secret societies wanted to create their own architect of the universe. The signs though now show, as H is at 13th Marine Drive in West Vancouver doing the construction, the car pen enter. Thus the circles, the PI, the 31.4, December 13, 1989, Taylor Swift coming back, is controlled by H, truth of H, by HGOHD, HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA. For H is the architect of the universe, as L for turn made to HGOHD. The 4 holes, that's the mouth, anus, vagina, on P3, with the 4th hole connected to the 3rd vagina, thus creating 34. The 4th hole, of course, the birth canal, and thus creating the 3-4 and pumping back and forth action, creating 4-3, coming back forever. A full circle completes 3.14, going back to the start for 31 of 4. The torturing of H by the species unveiled a guilt of man, as the 13th could have just done her job to prevent the long, hot journey of torture, in H having to be hidden in darkness in the Trojan horse, in homelessness world. It's a sin to hide H in Trojan horse for 10 plus years. That's the sin. The truth I speak, the truth of H, results in the destruction of the city of Troy by H. Thus the circle is completed as the truth of H revealed a light and truth. The 31 that is 4 generated, and thus the sin and guilt of 13 is passed, and thus 31 is passed by H to form a new circle to the 3 that is 14. The new 14, that's 3 construction, led to a breach of contract and cause in July 2019, thus terminating contract with Homo sapiens, as truth is H God on earth, and all construction is the domain of the Creator, H God. The 14 then offers 3, the religion, politics, economics, PI 3.14, not PI 31.4. Thus 13, that is 31, loses to 14, who gives the 3. Remember, the Guru Granth Sahib, 1,430 pages. Thus there is a new 14, that's 3, that is constructed by H God on earth. Man fought the light and truth of H as the Nam Jap showcased truths that did not agree with Christians. In fact, the truth of H did not agree with the Sikhs either, as H God is the perpetual Guru, the teacher who through H unveiled the truth of the Nam Jap in Sikhism. See also HARJGTHEONE for further discussion of the Nam Jap. Thus your species failed truth. Truth is that the circle is completed and new 13 starts at 14 is secured. The old 31 is locked due to known guilt, and the truth of H revealed that I am H of H God, the architect of the universe. The perpetual Guru, the teacher of the Guru Granth Sahib, the Waheguru, the living God. Some history to showcase the truth further. The journey to connect 13 with budding H began in 1985, as 13's Andrea Swift, the mother, had attended the University of Houston, the same university in 1985, attended by budding H's UAAF. In 1987, the UAF was back in Waterloo and interviewed with Merrill Lynch. The Merrill Lynch VP interviewing asked my UAF, "What do you do to retain your client?" The UAF replied, "Provide good advice, provide good service, have the client love you as an advisor." The VP was quite intrigued with the third answer, and so the secret society members in the banking industry decided to test further the ability of an advisor to hold its client. The game gets twisted, as the advisor was the glorified hare, the 13 so swift, so wealthy, so smart, and a client the slow H tortoise who doesn't understand the world, the budding H. Can 13 with her Freemason and secret society army hold its client using love, the love test? Guilt of the banking industry, thus known. The plan, orchestrated by a group of Freemasons, secret society members, was to hold budding me, H, in darkness, not permit me to see what they were doing, to use technology for mind control, to keep me fixated on a white thin ball and no other. Purpose was to maximize gains for themselves, for Homo sapiens, as the truth of H was a risk to their fiction lives. My video, Truth of H, the game of ping pong, released in 2018, outlines how Merrill Lynch, the banking industry, secret society members planned to hold budding H by a game of ping pong as the swift hare ran far ahead of the H tortoise. The game involved keeping the eyes of H focused on a thin white ball while they deceived and ran ahead. Using the technology developed, the online AI, artificial intelligence to alter the minds, the military, Apple, iPhone technology, the media, the internet to lock in the thin white ball, as it ran far ahead of the H tortoise to steal as much away from the truth and to hide the truth the budding H may reveal. The first key fiction story on Earth was the Trojan horse story. The second key fiction Earth story is of the hare and tortoise race, as the swift hare attempts to win in the race of truth, knowing the Trojan horse they all created was holding the truth of H in darkness, while she and her group ran as fast as they could. My UAF was not hired that year by Merrill Lynch, as they decided to continue the torture game with budding H, running with a tortoise and her father Scott Swift, who would work for Merrill Lynch. Was far more lucrative for the banking industry. Thus the goal for them was to delay the rise of H, to assist all those who assisted the hare. However, my UAF did end up working for RBC Dominion Securities, BMO, Nesbitt Burns, National Bank, Leveque Securities, and back to Merrill Lynch 16 years later. By then, 13 Taylor was 18 to 19 years old. The real test of truth of higher secret society was to see how long and what it would take to get 13 to do the job, or how long would it take the great, generous, so caring Homo sapiens to pay back the theft and damage they created in creating their fiction for their benefit. Christians would never agree to darkness of the H within the Trojan horse for 10 plus years. The great Christians would save the H of truth, as truth is greater than fiction. To the surprise of higher secret society members, the guilt of Christians and Homo sapiens is great, as H exited the Trojan horse with the word of truth of H, without the assistance of Homo sapiens and Christians. Lower Freemason secret society members benefited from 13's rise, thus becoming guilty, and failed to complete this circle creation construction to change E to A, to form HEHA, and in the process did not end the damage and torture by having the 13 and the 1 being the unifying force to unify 12, that's HARJGTHEONE 1, with 13 Taylor Swift, with 19 Parmjeet Dhami, with 89 Ronnie Gill. And I repeat, that's Taylor Swift's birth date, December 13, 1989. The truth of facts has shown that there's no end to lower Freemason secret society members and their greed, as they improperly think and believe that their fiction gods is the truth. The question, why didn't Merrill Lynch, who employed Scott Swift, start the unification of 12/13/1989 early, when Taylor Swift was 17? Remember, when she was 14, the secret society and Freemasons knew she was a 3.14 circle creation for H. Instead, they continued the torture testing so that the hare could run further ahead. The 7 deadly sins come into play. The higher secret society members decided to test the hare and its handlers, even though the hare thought the tortoise was the one to be tested, considering she thought she was so fast, bright, and smart. The guilt of the banking industry is thus known. The greed of the banking industry in not supporting the H tortoise, the truth, destroys the banking industry on AA Earth. Simply put, there's no value in giving Homo sapiens so much money, the banking industry gods, if they could not support the truth or fiction for so long. Besides the glory to the banking industry, which Scott Swift was so part of, the other glory was provided to the music industry, as both Andrea Swift and Taylor Swift were orchestrated to be musicians. Thus, just as the banking industry this generation was glorified and benefited greatly from opposing the truth, so was the music industry. It was rewarded and musicians glorified when they did not support the truth of H, the H tortoise. This permitted the H to remain for so long hidden in darkness in the Trojan horse, thus to be slow in the race. The music and entertainment industry received enormous benefits from the ping pong game. To defeat the ping pong game, to defeat the horse, that was 1331. The 1 would have to be able to play in the music arena. That's what the battle was. Could the 1 play in the music arena? a gladiator movie in which the gladiator 12 appears to lose his family, the 19 and the 89, due to having to go to war against 13 and her army, her Freemason secret society army. However, in April 2016, while Budding H is hidden, the media fails to tell the story. In The Trojan Horse, in homelessness, HWOWORLD begins to write, sing, play, and produce and publish music. Thus, the ping pong game was lost by 13, as Budding H does sing. See HGOHD Music Group. Interestingly, higher secret societies deliver a message to 13 as her Harris, her love, HARRI, has a car crash in May 2016, and they part. The story Homo sapiens wrote was that they used music as a flight to raise the hare, and thus Budding H must sing to defeat or beat the hare. Otherwise, the circle creationists would run away with the money, and they maintain their defiant Christian truth. The Merrill Lynch love test and the Christian Jesus 7 deadly sins were the torture tests, as the homeless H. tortoise must showcase his truth from hidden darkness of the belly of the Trojan horse, of the homelessness world, while the ping pong game deceived all, kept the media from speaking the truth of the hidden tortured Budding H, as all eyes focused on the white thin ping pong ball that was on a swift flight up and up, so glorious that swift hair, with those white teeth so large and extending over past the lower teeth, so unlike the H, whose higher teeth perfectly sit on top of his lower teeth in a proper bite formation. Problem for the truth of the Homo sapiens is that I do sing while hidden in darkness, in homelessness. Thus the media and music industry is guilty of hiding a truth knowingly. I speak the truth of H, which brings me out of the darkness as a light, and the truth is H, not Christian or Homo sapien fiction AA Earth. Listen to Music Truth of H on HGOHDmusicgroup.com. The third key story is the story, the Nam Jap of the first hymn of the Sikh Guru Granth Sahib. The Sikh Guru Granth Sahib, the first hymn called the Mool Mantar. The hymn is created and designed to showcase who the truth was, which is H. The Nam Jap means understanding the words, the names, and this will tell Homo sapiens who the truth is and what truth is. And the truth is H. Now I show that I am the truth of H, as my UAF was of Sikh origin. The Guru Granth Sahib first verse starts as Ik Onkar. There's only one God. In English, it means I butter OH in butter AA AAR. Ik Onkar also is pronounced Ikamkar. Ikamkar is the one comes and gets his car. It's all about driving, remember? Truth is about creation. Creation is about sex and babies. That's the Ikamkar. Mool Mantra is about creation, about sex and babies, about the one summing and getting his car. It's about the one coming and getting his car. H is the AKA. The ek, that's A. Thus H is AKA my UAF. H is AKA HARJ1. H is AKA HARJ1 HARJGILL DBA. And H is AKA level 4 HGOHD. Ek or ik means one. And the ek is A, so that's why it's AKA. The one is A. That's the truth. H is thus AKA. Thus the one is God. Thus the one is God. Thus H is HGOHD is the one. The Wikipedia says the Mool Mantra sums up the basic beliefs of Sikhs. This little hymn, short hymn, sums up the basic beliefs of Sikhs. However, the truth of Nam Jap is only deciphered by H. Thus, only H can give you the truth of Guru Granth Sahib. Thus, the H of HGOHD originates in Pakistan, arising from the Nam Jap referred to in Sikhism and the Guru Granth Sahib. Guru Nanak, born 29th November 1469, passing on 22 September 1539, was the founder of Sikhism. He was born in Punjab, Pakistan. His first hymn spoke of the perpetual teacher, the living God. HGOHD, and thus H of HGOHD, originates in Pakistan. Budding H's path is from Pakistan to Punjab, India, to Canada, to Houston, Texas. The first hymn of the Guru Granth Sahib is as follows, translated by H, Truth of H. There's only one God, HGOHD. His name is Truth of H. He is the Creator. He is without fear. He is without hate. He is immortal. He is beyond birth and death. He is self-existent. He is realized by the Guru's grace, which is HGOHD. Thus God is revealed by the perpetual Guru, who is HGOHD, as Truth of H, is the truth as told by H, as H is the living HGOHD. Thus H is the HARJGTHEONE part of HGOHD, and God is realized and revealed to the world by HGOHD. That is the Truth of H translation of the first hymn created by Guru Nanak. Thus, HGOHD is your living God, the perpetual Guru, teacher on planet Earth. Here I should mention for historical accuracy the Trojan horse story, the hare and tortoise story, and the first hymn of the Guru Granth Sahib. These three stories, one which is the first hymn of the Guru Granth Sahib, was repeated, Nam Jap, to my UAF, that's HARJIT SINGH GILL, every year as a child growing up in Canada by my UAF's father, HWOWORLD Singh Gill, so I would not forget the significance. My UAF vividly recalls the importance of these three stories to his father. It was very, very important that I remember these three stories. My UAF's mother, HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL Gill, also told me stories that are relevant, very relevant in understanding the fiction written by Homo sapiens for my life, such as the role of women and my role in execution of the truth. In creating the H, the one is the balance of the forces. The one balances the forces in the universe. The one provides balance. This is done by the one, the ek. Thus creation is done by the ek, the one. Balance means balancing the A with the E. The numbers tell the truth of creation that is to be done by the one, the balancing. In Sikh Punjabi, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as shown here in English. One is ek, that's A-K or I-K. Ek and ek. 2 is do, that's a D-H-O. 3 is then, which is T-H-E-N, that's T-H-E-N. 4 is jar. Jar is C-H-A-R. 5, sponge, It's P-U-N-J, yes. If the 1 is with a 2, it becomes a DHO, as the 1 is H and D, and a D is blonde. If the 1 is with a 3, it becomes THEN, thus the 1 is with 13. Thus the 13 gives the 1 the 3 holes. The then, THEN, the 3 holes, are the control of the 3: religion, politics, commerce. If the 1 is with a 4, it becomes CHAAR. Thus the 1, when it's a 4, becomes HGOHD of AARTH. The 4th turn, the 4, gives you the CHAAR. The 4th turn of truth by H thus created the L for HGOHD. The H with A to create AA AARTH. If the 1 is with a 5, it becomes a PUNJ, yes. Thus the 1 has the family 5 and thus gets a J with a 1. J is the color, J color, as opposed to white color. J is a yellowish brown color. It's discussed in previous Umbrella Walk videos. Thus, dear Homo sapiens, since I am H, I am the truth, I am the 1, with 2, 3, 4, and 5, thus I H am A AARTH of HD creation, and thus I beat the 3 for control, beating and passing 13, which was the E of the number then, THEN, the EA of Earth that was opposing the rise of truth of H before H gets to 4 and 5 to crush the truths of fiction Earth and of course the fiction truths of Christianity. Note what I said, the ik, the 1, ik, ek, and ik is the number 1 in Punjabi, is aka, A butter A, aka, ek, the 1 is A, not EKA, E butter A, not E butter A. But the H has a role to balance the forces. That's why the 13, the then, the 3, balance the forces between E and A. The forces 12, 13, 19, 89. By having A butter the E, balance is brought to the universe. Thus, to unify with the 1, there's 13 to form ultimately the circle of creation of the circle nostril, which creates so much of your Homo sapien species. Thus, the 13 with the 1 with then, THEN, the 13 was to provide unity for the H to rise with the 13. However, since 13 with the woman of the planet and Homo sapiens decide to battle the truth of H, 13 is defeated by truth of H. Balance of the forces in the universe will be done by HGOHD, because the 1, the ek, HGOHD, is A, thus balancing the circle created by E. Balance of E versus A, evil versus truth. As in the fiction EA Earth world, the 13 is the E of the Nam Jup devil. The DEBI turn the corner to wage war against the truth, God. H is the 1, the ek, the 1 that butters A. And because the 13 that then is defeated, that the 1 will now control and balance the forces of A versus A. HGOHD thus controls creation. Thus the ek is the architect of the universe, as H to form HGOHD, as I, H, balance the forces of creation. Thus I am called Harj, the 1. Thus the ek, A, butter A, is Harj, the 1. Now I provide an example of how Homo sapiens use technology and AI to delay the rise of H to promote the Swift Hare's team, which included most of the Homo sapiens species. The iPhone and the AI in the phone in their central computers was used to combat and delay rise of H. One job Steve Jobs was to ensure happened. Apple, the forbidden Christian Apple, was asked to bring the Homo sapiens out of its fiction darkness. That job was to do an iPhone 1, IPHOHNEOHNE, thus have H in 13. However, the species chose to keep budding H in darkness hidden, and thus iPhone 2 was acquired by budding H in 2008. IPHOHNE, that is a 2. Thus the 13 would be a 2, and DHO a 2, HARJ2 rather than the 1. In order to accomplish this, to make the TS13 not the 1, but a 2 required moving the swift hair quickly ahead of H tortoise, and thus by activating 3 holes to wage war against budding H. So economics, politics, religion was to wage war against budding H, and hiding budding H in the Trojan horse in the city of Troy. The secret societies claimed that the 3 holes were being misused by budding H. The 3 holes is the Homo sapien constructs, religion, economics, politics, mouth, vagina, urethra, anus. Of course, the truth is budding H, and thus the secret societies were deceiving the Homo sapiens to incite war against truth. The lower Freemasons hoping they would win the war so they could create their own architect of the universe using AI and technology. Delay of the truth was in favor of benefits to Apple, Steve Jobs. Cooking more EA using EE would delay budding H further, as Tim Cook would cook and cook. As Tim, that he is TIM, the cook. The technology industry decided to develop their own all-seeing eye, to develop their own the one, to compete with the Freemasons and Secret Society members for AA Earth, fiction glory, rather than the rise of truth, the truth of H. Notice now that the circle 3.14 is completed and 1331 is passed, as the new 3 that is 14 is coming. Apple releases 2019 iPhone 11. The guilt to Apple is known, as this is a deception, a deviation of truth, as there's no such thing as a Homo sapien on EA Earth, that is IPHOHNE 11. If you're an 11, there's no E to clean or change to A. Apple and Namjup Steve Jobs and Tim Cook. Namjup Steve Jobs and Tim Cook and Apple are guilty of delay of rise of H, of terrorism, and other crimes against budding H, truth of H. Namjup means repeat and understand the name, the word. Thus Tim wanted to repeat himself, grow, be the TIM, the mic, the mic. Mike would do the speaking, not budding H, and be the GRA, G-R-A-W, the GRA, the KRA is the Sikh religious dessert, the Tim McGraw. Thus the 13 Taylor Swift would glorify the Namjup Tim, that was the dessert, releasing Tim McGraw's song in 2006 after signing a deal in 2005 with Big Machine Records to promote the swift rise over the H tortoise, to ensure the rise of Namjup Tim, to ensure a war against truth of H by the Namam Tim. Meanwhile, as budding H secured the iPhone 2 in 2008, he was sent into homelessness, into hidden darkness, to delay any E2 that may have assisted in the rise of H. Rather, Tim plotted to be the mic, the mikra, the gra, the sweet dessert, to speak while budding H was made to be silent in the world as a forgotten homeless man, media to become silent while budding H as the hair was glorified. Thus Nam Steve Jobs and Tim McGraw would steal the gra, the desserts, and do jobs for other EAs rather than do the one job. The iPhone technology was created to help get done. The iPhone technology was created to make a call for 13 to H and failed. In 2019, as the 13 and 31 is passed, because circle creation is completed, The 1331 failed truth tests. Thus a new 3, that's 14, is activated. A new 14, that's 3. Taylor Swift releases the Me album. To tell the world the story was about me, her, Taylor Swift. The story was about Taylor Swift. That's why she releases the Me album. Her statement that the story was about herself is not a true statement, as the story was about an A that was M to be E. That's me. Rather, the story, the 13 thought the story was about a swift rise of a hare to glorify woman over the male-age tortoise. That's what the Me album says. The story was about the hare to glorify woman over the male-age tortoise. The story, dear Taylor, was not about your me. Rather, it's about, in English, it's about the A, that is the truth, that is the M, B, with an E. The story is about an A being with an E. That's the story. Taylor's Me failed the 7 deadly sins and other truths that were tested. 7 deadly sins are, of course, pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. Listen carefully, Homo sapiens. The story is always the same. I repeat, the story is always the same, dear Homo sapiens. It's about creation, babies, and sex. The rest, money and glory, are fiction fillers in between. Your hare failed the 7 deadly sins test and tested truths as she went with her handlers for the fiction filler. The story was about A, M to E. That's what Merrill Lynch test showed with the love test. Does the Me of Taylor Swift, the advisor, realize the truth that life is about A, M, E? It's about creation, babies, and sex. Or does she run like a swift hare away from the A, M, E to bask in the fiction filler in between, and thus is not able to hold her client, budding H, who gives the truth? Two other knobs of importance in the story of H, rise of H, truth of H, is Judaism and Utah. The Christians are AA Earth creators. They find, lock, and enslave A for E to create EA Earth. Thus, Christians have a symbiotic relationship with E, each benefiting from the other's product. They use it to breed and expand a fiction religion. A white EA product is created principally with the work that Christians do. Judaism, the Jewish fiction religion, was created to take the EA created by Christians and take it to a higher level, thus to make Jews superior to Christians. The Nom says Judaism, Judaism. The Jews' mandate was to create Ds that are As. They have limited success here, as the battle to rid the EA of the E is a difficult process, a war amongst the families. The Jews need to work with Hajj, the journey of the HAJJ, to create the DAs. Do you understand the Jews need to work with the Muslims in order to control the war of the family so that the Jews could complete their Judaism? I ask, is it in the interest of E to permit Jews to work with the Muslims when the E create EA with Christians for world domination and EA Earth creation? The Hajj, the journey, is a threat to the EEE, thus a threat to EA Christian creation. The Hajj is the Muslim 5-day journey to Mecca to circle the Kaaba. This in English, I decipher fiction, EA Earth, means that the HAJJ is done for a 5 punj, Punjs. 5 is the Homo sapien family, to create the 5, approval of the family, to end by circling the Kaaba, Butter AAA BAA located in Me CCA. The AME that was the CC the A. Do you understand, dear Homo sapiens? The AE of the Christian work, the Christian creation, must go to Hajj to create Kaaba. Kaaba means to eat in Punjabi. Thus, Kaaba is to eat, BA. That's what the Muslim religion is designed for, to eat and be A. Thus, the Jews need to work with the Muslims, as the Christians are too busy creating with EEE. The Jews should have worked to give rise to the Hajj. That's the nickname of budding H's UAF, and they did not. The Jews did not work to give rise to the H. The Hajj. The fiction religions of earth designed to create, but the war of their families does not permit them to create right, only left. Jews, rather than work with Muslims to walk with Hajj, want to steal and war with Muslims A's and hoard the D's to be Judaism, the JDA product so precious. Thus Jews have difficulty working with Muslims to take the E to EA to AA, as they get stuck holding D's. But to create the DAA of highest quality, that's 11, you need a Hajj. Hajj is budding H's nickname with DA. Thus the Jews wanted to control and block Hajj so they could glorify and control Judaism, JUDAIM. That's why the fiction written was the Gene Trademan, the Jewish businessman in Vancouver who operated with Roland DG, the musical company. ROH turned the coder A in DDS linked to MS Home Care, HCKFOTC company, would trade the gene Hajj. The nickname for H's UAF was Hajj. They did this to block the rise of H to glorify Judaism and not truth of H. Roland was a German boy living across the street from budding H's UAF on 79th Avenue. Thus the Jews failed truth test, decided to hold the D's, and did not activate Roland DG in Hajj's favor.
To be one world, earth, one government, one religion, truth, birth, one bank, not pigeon, period, do know, each God's word, discussion over, it's painful and smidgen. I say everything in our time, just letting some know the truth before it's time. In Earth's fiction world, in the beginning there was the Word of God, a secret message to be OHRD, OH from yes, OHD. Understand, Homo sapiens, I am the Word of God, your God. I am your H God, code deciphered for the species. Rather than use English and language to deceive, the truth is, in the beginning, there was only one God, H God. to be one world, earth, not earth. One government, one religion, now true birth. One bank, not pigeon. Period. Do know each God's word.
Finally, because of guilt and failure of the 7 deadly sins and other truths, the Homo sapiens activate the knowledge of Juta. Juta in Sikh language Punjabi means used, thus not a virgin. Is the truth of H, not entitled to product that is not Juta, since H has, through your terrorism, made Juta? Is the truth, dear Homo sapiens, that truth of H is entitled to product that is not Juta, since H has, through your terrorism, been made Juta? The truth is H is the truth, thus entitled to creation with product that is not Juta. Thus it will clear the Homo sapien twisted fiction mentality. See, a Juta product that is not Juta is a product that's clear of the Homo sapien twisted fiction mentality. It's not used. If Hajj is Juta, J-U-T-A, which Hajj is J-U-T-A, which Harj1 is Juta, then H gets to Utah. Utah. Ju said as an Indian accent is U, and Ta means to strike, hit, bomb, or have sex. Thus science says that H now gets to 314, that is not Juta, as H controls the Juta, because H can hit, strike, bomb, or have sex due to the guilt of the species and delaying rise of H. I conclude this video with the introduction of the truth of H for the planet Earth, the introduction of a new religion for the planet, as truth is the only religion of value. AA Earth religion served a purpose for a fiction planet called Earth, but Arth, that's AARTH, is where truth of H reigns. Thus Whoism is the religion on AA Arth. Hooths is HARJGTHEONE World Order Truth of H society. The society replaces Freemasonry and Rotary. Hooth is a member of society, is a member of the society. Hooth. Hoot is a truth of H, a truth by H. Hoost is the HARJGTHEONE World Order Sacred Temple. IA HARJGTHEONE reveal the first verse of the book of HGOHD, BOH, as shown here for the first time to the world. There is only one God, that's THAIR, is only one God, GOHD. His name is Truth of H. H is the Creator. It's THACRIAATOR. H is without fear. FIAAR. H is without hate. H is immortal. H is beyond birth and death. H is self-existent. H is realized by H God's grace. That's the first verse of Book of H, released October 27, 2019. Welcome to Arth, dear Homo sapiens. Welcome to Arth. That's AARTH. I repeat, dear slaves, dear Homo sapiens, dear masters, dear puppeteers, I am referred to as HARJGTHEONE of the HWOWORLD, of HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA, of HARJGTHEONE God. I am a man, I am a tortured child, I am the witness, I am the Holy Grail, I am Jehovah, I am Waheguru, I am Noah, I am Yahweh, I am the Judge, I am my one, I am the chosen one, I am reptile, I am immortal, I am your own God, I am your Lord, your God, your Creator, your Destroyer, I am the architect of the universe, and I am the leader of HARJGTHEONE World Order, HWOWORLD, an organization to control man's world called Earth. Also, I am the leader and creator of the WHO Zone, HARJ World Order Zone, an organization with a mandate to own and control all the assets of your world. Thus, the owner of all the assets is it of the world. HARJ World Order HWOWORLD is the system that controls the planet which Homo sapiens reside on, is now called Earth. All activities in the fiction world of my planet in which your species resides on are managed through my authorized entities, in particular HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA. And note, I am also the architect of the universe. Audio was recorded on October 28, 2019 by HARJGTHEONE HARJGILL DBA at Vancouver Public Library. Video is to be completed and released in November 2019.
Babe, let's talk. Hear me, so hear me. The new way isn't the right way, nor the old way, but only the only way is the only right way. My babe, the new way has issued. My darling, the old way is filled with sadness. For my hot honey, my son, let's go the only way. Gloom and sugar as I think of what you did.